Many years ago, actually, they provided magic button for everyone in the industry. AI technology underestimate. We in California expecting digital workers everywhere. AI will need us and we will need AI.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Apptica Talks podcast, where we discuss hot topics with the greatest experts of mobile industry. I'm Polina Baeva, head of marketing at Apptica, and today I'm thrilled to welcome Sergey Konovalov, CEO and founder of Mobio, in our online studio. Hey Sergey, thanks for joining us today. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you, Polina. Nice to be here, and I'm excited to have a talk today as in your podcast.
Likewise, thank you so much for joining us today. So to start with, we are going to speak about AI and digital marketing today. But before we dive deeper into this topic, I'd like to ask you to share your background, career path, and how did you come up with the idea to start Mobio? So what was the idea behind this foundation?
Thank you for the question. Long story short, we started just meet my co-founder Alex Pisarevsky in a cafe in the city center, and it was just unexpected talk. After that, we spent almost 7-8 years sitting front each other at the desk in our office. And right now, Mobio has been operating more than 11 years in the mobile marketing field. And a short advertisement in your podcast, you can join my channel in YouTube as well and watch some more detailed story about creating Mobio and launching in other companies before Mobio.
Great. Actually, it's a very nice recommendation because when I was preparing to this podcast, I think I watched all the videos to prepare to our conversation, and it's my recommendation as well because I really liked your videos, how everything is organized in them. Also, I'd like to ask you what mission lied behind this foundation of Mobio. So what is your main goal and what sets you apart in this competitive world of mobile marketing?
Yeah, thank you for your question. Actually, we didn't realize any mission 5, even 10 years ago. But the last, I think, maybe 3 years, we realized that our mission is provide opportunity to young professionals in the market to start their career growth in the market and become the greatest experts in the mobile advertising field. Because with Mobio, we met more than 300 professionals who then went to, Yandex, Google, Meta companies around the globe, and AppsLayer from our field. And we are proud that we help professionals from different industries. Sometimes people come from the marketing, but not mobile marketing, some media agencies, media campaigns. And we help them grow, especially in the performance digital advertising industry.
That's really great that you are not only developing these mobile marketing services, but also fostering talents and innovation as well. And since when I was preparing to our conversation and I also heard a lot about Mobio, I know that innovation is also central to your work. So let's gradually tap into this area of AI. So Mobio works with top-tier app developers, with global brands. It delivers very high and measurable results. And given how AI has been marketed as a game changer in digital campaigns and in general in mobile marketing, I want to ask, why do you think it's often perceived as overhyped in marketing?
Interesting that I noticed that many people think that AI overhyped, and they are expecting some magic button that tomorrow they got, for example, AI assistant for household question at home, or some AI copilot to write code from the scratch, and so on. Paradox is that AI underestimate, I believe, because all of that technology we have already had right now, and we use it every day. And in terms of marketing, for example, Meta, Facebook provided many years ago, actually, they provided magic button for everyone in the industry. People forgot about that, and they is expecting just something more cool, more exciting. That's why I think actually AI technology underestimate right now.
It's a very interesting opinion.
Sorry, we can continue open that idea later in our talk today, because it's a huge question.
Yeah, sure. And also, I'd like to add a little bit from myself that, like almost everyone perceives this AI, artificial intelligence, as a magic button, and there were some. I don't know whether these are myths or just opinions that AI will do everything for us, so we will not have to do any jobs, to play any roles at our workplace. And a lot of people and a lot of experts in marketing as well, they were afraid of being substituted by artificial intelligence. So maybe you could tell us a bit more about this mismatch of expectations behind AI and the real situation.
Yeah, yeah. You know, really, it is the first question which comes to our mind when we think about AI, that it's replaced us, all of us, and so on. Let's focus to marketing field, and actually, I think that talented professionals will be in a high demand in future. They keep their positions in future, because nobody, AI can't understand human beings' behavior better than human beings. And the pace of change so high that we all time will need some person who can manage AI copilot and understand what users wants, and how what is the current hottest trends in the user behavior, in their consumer behavior. But I think the landscape will change dramatically. What I mean, for example, I'm expecting that in the next, actually it's happening right now, but in the next 2, 3, 5 years, users will produce 100 or maybe 1,000 times more content. And how AI or even professionals will act in that environment, nobody knows. And we definitely will need you and me, I hope, to create some inspiring campaigns in PR campaigns, performance campaigns. Finally, if we summarize, landscape of the labor force will change dramatically, but AI will need us, and we will need AI both.
This is great news, because I think you've just dispelled all of the fears and myths around this, like enslavement of us by robots and artificial intelligence. So that's really nice to hear this from such an expert as you. And continuing our topic, I also saw and heard a lot of opinions about this technical difficulty of applying AI during work processes, and a lot of marketers, they fail to adapt to this artificial intelligence world. So I'm wondering, maybe they used not very nice and appropriate tools. And I know that you even created a specific section on your website with AI-driven tools. So maybe you could share a bit more information about this collection.
You know, we were in the same situation 1 or maybe 2 years ago, and we were overwhelmed with numbers of tools and opportunities which occurs every day, and this speed of change, so sometimes stressful, as I can say. And we did the few steps to work with that questions. First of all, we made the strong connection with developers, and we found the ways to communicate with them and learn more about their products and understand better their goals to build their products. Because at the very beginning, everyone promises something exciting, something new, but when you started using it, you understand, you realize that it's just MVP, just the first version of the product, and you can't use it. And the second step, I personally made many investments in AI startups. I joined VC venture fund, and I have an opportunity to look at the pipeline and to communicate with startups in the very early stage, and it helps me better understand the market. If we go to the particular steps at the beginning, when we decided to create a specialized department in our company, and I can list some of issues which we ran into when we started that department. First of all, it's a lack of AI skills at the market. You don't have a ready-to-go specialist. When you're trying to find, as I mentioned, some ready solution to your special task, you don't have that. Almost all of tools, they either too general, either is not in your field, because digital marketing is a huge landscape. There are many of companies, and you don't have ready solutions. We understand what we need time. We can't just hire team members to the department and find some solution. And even if we find some suitable solution, we need to learn and train that model for our specific goals. One of the important questions is safety of data. When we use our own data, at one question, when we use third-party data, and the very sensitive question of safety. It was not easy for crafting tools for our operations.
And you firstly mentioned this lack of knowledge of employees while working with artificial intelligence tools. And I'm wondering which competencies and which skills are crucial for working with AI. So I'm sure that you've built a very strong in-house team for operating this artificial intelligence services, tools, platforms. So which skills are the most needed in this realm?
We try to find some mixed skills in one person for that lead who would run that department. And we looked at the several skills. First of all, prompt engineering, understanding how to interact with AI, chat, GPT, and other models. The second, basic programming coding skills. It's kind of software engineer, but not exactly software engineer, because we don't need a person who creates some specific and solve some specific task. We need a person who can solve the business tasks, business questions. And the next one, ability to talk with business department and understanding their needs and their goals, and translate it to the language, to AI models first, and to language of software engineers, to explain them what business wants. It's a kind of a classic skill for product manager or tech lead or some architect in a developing companies. But we are not truly developing companies. We are advertising company, and we just develop software for either our clients or our needs. But still, we're using that approach as well. Then important skills, even knowledge, understanding of basic understanding of neural networks or LLM models, how it works, operates, and what is their kind of initial foundation, because it's important for the training or for understanding safety questions. What else? Then we asked about practical knowledge about data protection, how to use models in a cloud or in the local machines. I think it's a kind of 5 most important skills which we had a look.
And it really seems surprising, I think, to many of our listeners, because in my opinion, a lot of people lie to themselves that when you're working with AI, you should only write a prompt and everything will be ready for you. But still, you need to have this technical background and technical skills to operate artificial intelligence efficiently. And I think you once again dispelled this myth about being replaced by AI, because we still have to help this AI to work for us. So it's a very interesting and surprising point, I think. But when you were speaking about challenges in the beginning of AI adoption at Mobio, you also mentioned data security. I think it's one of the most crucial pain points when working with AI and challenges. I'm wondering, how do you address and overcome this challenge with data security at Mobio?
We paid a lot of attention to that question, because when you use, as I said, third-party data, you have to protect all of that data. And here's a few examples how can you do it. First of all, you can generalize the data. You can just make models from your data and unpersonalize or generalize your data. And in that case, you're free to use this data with any cloud models. The next is you have to understand where you're allowed to use cloud or local models. If, for example, we use third-party data, we use just local models, we don't send that data to kind of OpenAI, for example. We just operated our machines, and when we get some results, when we use these results in our work. What else? Just small tips that you can use anonymous model of browser when you interact with ChatGPT, for example. And last one, data encryption. You no one channels or LLMs use encrypted data, but if you first encrypted it, then you can send it without the fear of lose it or lost some piece of data. Yeah, but the most important anonymized, generalized, and split data between local and cloud networks.
Thank you so much for these recommendations, because I think these tips would be very beneficial and helpful to our listeners who are working or starting to work with AI. And I'm also interested whether it's important to use some specific tools when you also aware of this data security and safety. Maybe you could name some tools or platforms that you are using, and it may be something artificial intelligence connected or some other tools which you use in your daily operations, for example.
And just a small addition to safety question. Please consult with your lawyers, internal lawyers, because working of AI department started before they was consulted with lawyers. And when you understand, for example, how can you use Apptica data, just after that you can exactly implement it and use it. In Europe, they say it's very strictly regulated areas, and you have to double check everything before start using it. In terms of services, we use in our work, in our everyday work, tool for crafting presentation, Gamma, code writing pieces. We use a lot Perplexity. It's an AI search engine with advanced research possibilities, and it's very powerful tool for creating some researches. We use models for sure, ChatGPT, cloud models. Continue, it's a code writing. Note-taker TLDV we use, data line for aggregator data. It's kind of not a question that you, what is difficult to integrate AI in your company. The challenge is that you have to connect all of your previous services to new way of interactions between them. And for example, we use Slack, Asana, Notion, and Google Suite, G Suite, and you have to understand how to create new processes between all of HubSpot, between all of that services. It's not about just you take a Perplexity. It's about changing processes inside in your company, and when you create a task for example, for strategist, and he or she doesn't have skills to work with Perplexity, for example, not even skills, experience, kind of. They need time to learn it, and you slowing down in that time, but then they boost much faster.
I also wanted to point out that I'm impressed by the fact that you are not only delivering this mobile marketing, digital marketing services, but you are constantly trying to enhance your internal processes, and you're trying to find some new solutions that will boost your campaigns and that will make your services even more effective. And that is something that really impresses me in the workflows at Mobio. Mobio. I also want to proceed to the next topic. It will be connected to the upcoming things. Mobio is the leader of mobile marketing industry, digital marketing industry. It always stays ahead of the curve and oversees some upcoming trends. I'm really interested in the upcoming features at Mobio. What is going to appear in terms of features, maybe AI tools, AI services at Mobio in the nearest future?
First of all, thank you for your warm words about Mobio and our work. Yeah, we have already launched several services. For example, we started work with fraud in-app networks using our special bot, where we can feed the model with fraud score or AppsLayer data and find new types of fraud or better understand where's unusual conversions. We have an internal knowledge base and learning system, particularly about mobile. For new team members, we offer them to learn about traffic sources, about kind of tracking links and so on, using our special design board. If we talk about future, we right now working on synthetic conversions kind of tool, where we can make a synthetic conversion for feeding it to the advertising system for better for learning in a particular offer, particular mobile app, study advertising system faster and better, provide more valuable traffic for us. Kind of basic way, you have to spend $5,000 just to learn Google Ads or Meta. Just understand what do you want and what is your target action in that particular app. Well, the second, we are working on App Store optimization board for copywriting and for analytics. For example, we are doing HR parsing. It's not for advertising, but it's for increasing efficiency of our HR department. We create a parser for collecting job descriptions and provide analytics to HR department who is seeking for job and so on. And as I mentioned, for example, we use Perplexity, but we crafting RFM analytics tool to create a segmented audience. And it's very important when you prepare a strategy for clients for their promotion, for long-term promotion. We use tools like Apptica for create marketing research, competitor research, and we reach this research with our own data, which we produce, but by our AI tools internally.
I think these are very great and just mind-blowing implications, and I'm hinting to our viewers to visit Mobio's website, to miss these updates, because I think this will be something like a breakthrough for app campaigns. So if you're watching this video and listening to us, you must visit Mobio's website and check these upcoming updates. And speaking of the broader industry, how do you see AI evolving in mobile digital marketing in the next few years, for example? So are there any trends or challenges that marketers should prepare for and should be aware of?
If we continue our discussion about underestimation or overestimation of AI. As I mentioned that I expecting that production of content will increase dramatically in just a year, 2 years, very fast, and we'll come to uncharted territory for marketers where I think we kind of 1 or 2 years, last 2 years, talked that we live in an era of overwhelming with all of that content, advertisement, and it's kind of a joke that users, just the usual consumers, they usually talk a lot of advertisement around us. It's so annoying, but it's just a beginning. The most challenge will be about our ability to learn something new, to be open to new world, a new environment. But because, for example, I can't use TikTok because it's so attractive. It's inspiring my attention. If I use TikTok, I can sit I don't know 1 or 2 hours. But okay, I'm an adult and I understand that it's not what I wanted to do. But it's so powerful social network, much more powerful even than Instagram and Facebook. But they use shorts and reels as well.
Yeah.
And the challenge will be to transform agency models when 10 years ago everyone transformed from the media campaigns to performance-based campaigns.
Mm-hmm.
We will transform from the performance-based campaigns to personalized, data-driven and AI-driven campaigns, where one performance media buying manager can create, can run $1 million campaign just by themselves using tens of digital workers. We in California expecting digital workers everywhere, but it will not replace just as we talked directly. Somewhere it will be replaced for sure, work jobs and places, but it will be open new opportunities for today's copywriter or designers become some lead of copywriting or lead of design in the future. Well, I'm expecting digital workers, and we right now developing some of them actually.
Mm-hmm. So this sounds like a very positive perception and perspective of our future. So we will just have to adapt to this erasing from everywhere information, to learn to perceive it, to consume it, and to somehow perform it back. So we'll have to adapt even more to this constantly changing world and become maybe even more digital. So finalizing our discussion, our conversation, I'd like to ask you to give one piece of advice to marketers or to businesses, to companies who are looking to integrate AI into their mobile strategies or into their work processes. So what advice could you give to them?
You know, if we talk about C-level management or businessmen in our even young field, mobile app marketing, it's a kind of people around 40 years old, and my advice is to be open to everything new and to find some younger people to your company who is much more ready to use all of that technologies, understand that technology better than us for sure. because it's remember how your parents using iPhones, smartphones, maybe parents or maybe grandmothers, grandfathers, the previous generation. It's kind of right now we're in that way using AI, I think. And find talented hanger to innovations people to your company, and it will drive innovations for you the next years.
It's very surprising and interesting advice, actually. But I agree totally with you that younger generation, they are kind of digital natives. They were born with smartphones, ChatGPT even already. So it's much easier for them to operate with it instead of us trying to write a prompt for ChatGPT and try to ask it to do what we are
Yeah,
expecting it to
and
do.
I'm excited about voice algorithms and voice interface because when LLM provide for us opportunity to talk with AI in any languages, whatever we want, and it's a feeling that language right now it's not so even kind of important if you can interact with people in English and then your native language can be any of world language, you can create and interact with any of systems, and you can write the code, they can create services, run business, copywriting for advertisement, and so on. And I think the huge shift will be in the voice interfaces. And right now, many of startups they are testing new type of interact with users. It's a kind of wearable devices where you just put some small device without the screen to you, and just create prompts, simple prompts to manage them. And I'm waiting something how quality to car drivers, because every of car voice interface is so terrible.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, because when you use just a chat GPT, you can do the magic with a voice. You just transcript, you can create summaries, you can just ask everything. But even Siri, new of version of Siri, it's so well. I expected more from Apple Intelligence. I hope they improved it, but right now it's okay. It's not so bad as Siri was, but still not so good as a ChatGPT, for example. Well,
Your description actually seems to me like we are living not in 2024 but in 2050, but it's actually our reality, and we are experiencing this nowadays. And in every smartphone, you already have a virtual assistant. At homes, we already have some virtual assistants. So we are already living in this era, and I agree with your opinion that maybe we will transfer to this voice assistants era and realm. So wrapping up our discussion, I'd like to thank you for our conversation. It was fantastic. So many insights, very helpful and beneficial tips and recommendations to our listeners. And thank you for your expertise. It was just very nice and fantastic. I'm very grateful that you have come to our podcast today.
thank you, Paulina, to you and Apptica to invite me to that amazing podcast. It was very interesting and inspiring me as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was a real pleasure for me.